Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rich Shavner. Welcome back to the live stream. Hope you're all doing well. So, this is the last stream we're doing this term. So sad. It always comes up so quickly. We have done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 streams throughout this term. If I have that math right, I'm not really a mathematician by any means, but yeah, 11 streams. So 11 weeks we've been doing this, and we did a bunch last year. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We did nine last term. So a couple more this term, which has been really cool. And yeah, I've just been grateful to be doing this, and I'm also grateful that next year we are doing it again. I've been given permission by the Writing Center director and my chair to do this. So yeah, look out for more of those, and looking to get some more folks involved as well on the stream for the next year. So this is a good pilot. If you have any comments on the stream overall, and you want to see more of a certain kind of content for next year, that is the next academic school year in the fall, let us know. We are always open to ideas. I think that we'll maybe revisit some of these kind of ideas from last year, just because what's kind of cool about writing is it's always evolving, especially on the digital side. There are new tools, resources, ideas out there, new situations, new writers, and new writing ideas that are always emerging. So if you have ideas, feel free to drop us a note in the comments after this video has broadcast, or send us a quick email. You can always find me too. I'm pretty publicly available on York's pages. So if you ever want to just send me a line about the streams as well, you're welcome to reach out to me at any time about that. So there I am right there. If you just search me up, luckily it's the first thing that comes up on the Google searches under Dr. Rich Shavner. So feel free to reach out. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun today, and I find all these streams are fun and interesting. So um, no surprise there. But what we're going to talk about are writing games and games for writing. So there are a number of games out there that center around writers or use writing as a mechanic, or a core mechanic of a game to, you know, drive the plot forward and so forth. So, what are some of those games? We're going to talk about those in a little bit. But first, always got to give my a shout out to a couple people for making this stream possible. So once again, thanking John Suffren, director of the Writing Center, for supporting this program, and the staff as well for helping promote it. Also, the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies for doing some social links about the streams. I appreciate all of that support, bringing people to the stream. You're probably working on your finals as we speak, or you're getting ready to work on them. So just remember, even through finals, you still have time to do one-on-one appointments with Writing Center faculty and instructors. And you can also do this virtually or in person or through online paper submissions. And I've heard nothing but good things about the volume of people who've been coming to these one-on-one sessions and have found it really helpful. We just heard a report from Professor John Suffren recently about that. So thanks for supporting the Writing Center as well. And always know you can seek out that support on any part of your projects, whether you're decoding the syllabus, the assignment description, maybe you want to revisit it, make sure you understand it, and you want to do that before you start writing your final, or you've just been given your final instructions and you're getting ready for that exam, you're getting ready to sit down, maybe you need some strategies for writing an exam. Our Writing Center team can be really helpful in that regard. So do check that out. And everything is also on YouTube. It will be archived here. So if you're checking this out later, thanks so much. And feel free to drop any comments about the program. So, all right. So that's my little shout out. So let's get back to the topic we were just talking about. We're on the last stream of the term, writing games for writing. So maybe you play games, right? There are a lot of games out there. There are so many of them, independent and otherwise, that it's hard to keep up. I mean, I have so many games I'm trying to catch up with right now. In my Steam library, as what's the main platform where a lot of games are, or maybe you use Apple Arcade or something like that. I mean, just a incredible and disturbing amount of games I've acquired over probably 10 years. I've been playing games for a very long time. But yeah, what are some things that maybe you've played or that you're interested and maybe got you thinking about writing? Because I think that sometimes writing hides in different games. So, for example, there's a game that I've been playing lately, and I probably won't play it now because I don't think it's so much about writing, but it is about persuasion. And it's the game Griftlands. If you've not played this game, I highly recommend it for anyone who's interested in sort of writing situations. You need not even be a writing major or anything like that. But what's cool about this game is it's a card deck building game that you have. But unlike a lot of games where you see like this that are called roguelite, where it's kind of like I hit the person, they hit me back, um, turn-based kind of combat. What's cool about this one is you can use persuasion in addition to kind of combat. So you can see the guy, the people in there are sort of holding guns and are holding them at like uh, creatures on the right side of the screen. This is sort of standard fare you'll see in a lot of games, right? Whether it's this genre or not. But with this game, what's cool is you can get into arguments with folks and kind of, do things like trash talk, or you can kind of deflect a response they're giving to you. You can do a lot of different things in this to make your case. And what I like about that is it doesn't foreground what we always expect in games, and that is violence, right? Through like fist, right? So you kind of think of approaching this person with a more of an open hand to negotiate. And I guess because you're knocking points down as you're trying to persuade the other person to, take your side or something like that, to defect to another group. Um, it could be seen as kind of verbal violence, I guess. But I do think it's an interesting mechanic that doesn't resort just to physical like violence that we just see in a lot of games. Um, so I like this path because you can make decisions, and instead of just outright like removing someone from the game, you get them on your side, or you might anger them, and that could be purposeful, right? So for a rhetorician like myself, someone who's interested in persuasion, I think this is a very fantastic game. So um, yeah, I need to try to speak with the developers at some point. I think it's a cool project. I'd like to hear their decisions behind those too. But what I'm going to talk about is a collection I put on Steam. We're going to kind of go through these rapidly. So we're going to look at the game Kind Words, which is more or less a kind of writing platform, I would argue, than a game. But the 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 term game is debatable, I think, for a lot of independent games. A fantastic project, game or not, whatever, however you want to label it. And then we'll look at Lost Words. This is more of a game that uh, uses you're basically inventing the story as you go and typing it as you go to progress forward. So it does encourage typing, but it's still a plot-driven game with writing as the mechanic. We will look at Typewriter, which is billed as a typographic video game, another independent one. And then We Should Talk, which got a lot of praise a few years ago because of its sort of text message motif that you see here that you can swap in and out. So all of these in different ways will use writing and persuasion. Some of them are like We Should Talk is kind of more along the lines of selecting different choices and things like that, but it's still using the idea of text messaging as the kind of frame for it. So we'll check that out. And besides Kind Words, I have not played these yet. And so what you're going to get is my first impressions going through it. I got these a number of weeks ago, kind of in preparation for this stream and for classes I teach, just because, I think a couple colleagues and I are interested in the relationship between writing and video games and so forth. My colleague Beth Caravella is our leader, really in the department of video game inquiries and so forth. In fact, next year she's teaching a course on rhetorics of video games, so do look out for that. Should be a fantastic course, but we just share a common interest generally in playing games, and I thought this would be a good one to look at. So yeah, we'll first check out kind words, and if you're following along, if there's anything that you want to ask the universe of kind words, which I'll show you in just a second, let me know, because we can type them, and I'll show you really how this mechanic works. Now, for the most part, these games are pretty affordable, and they're across platforms. Some of them are just on PC. I know this one is on both. So kind words, I think it's about $5. And if you're ever just needing to put things out into the world for an audience that isn't someone you're close with, or it's just a bit different than you need some anonymous sort of responses and so forth. It seems like a great space to do that, and I found it very helpful too. So let's check it out. One other thing I'll mention is I'm going to play the audio from my computer for this. And if you can't hear the audio for some reason in the game, because I'm going to try to do this, I'm on my PC trying this, let me know. If not, I'll just put on some other music and we can kind of vibe to that. So let's see how it goes. All right, so here is kind words. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off real quick. Turn this one back on. That is my screen. You will see what it does. There we go. Now, who knows? It may be very loud or quiet. Sounds like pretty decent on my end, but for you, I'm not quite sure. So yeah, just let me know. And if it's not playing well, that's helpful to know too. Okay. So basically, you start this, and as it says, kind words, lo-fi chill beats, strike two. It's already got like a great vibe to it. And it's as simple as that. There's not much that you do at the very beginning. So here's how it is. It's essentially this interface. You can mute the music. You might turn it down just a little bit. You can change it as you go. It's really cool. Again, not sure how it's playing on your end. It's sounding too loud or too quiet, so you're essentially in this room, and what's neat is as you see these sort of paper airplanes go by, you can click on it and open them up. And these are basically random things that people are sending out into the kind words universe. So this person says, time that you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Yeah, and we've kind of talked about this on the stream too, right? Like that maybe we need time wasters to distract ourselves from these really engrossing projects. What does it mean to kind of step away, distract yourself for a bit? So personally, like I love picking up like Magic Gathering cards, or going for walks. I pick my son up from school. That's just enough time that may feel like I'm wasting my time and not getting work done, but it's well spent because it's a break from all the other things I'm doing. Okay, so there's a couple. Now, sometimes on this screen, what's cool is you'll see just a stream of them coming along. So I'm going to say something nice. If you have a quote that you think is pretty interesting, that you want to share with the world, I'll be happy to paste it in here or type it. Or some things. So right with. Flying, and what's nice is there's the male deer who will help send it off. Who will fold it for you. Cute little animal. So that's one thing you can do. If you just want to send things out, you want it to be one-sided, send it out to the world. Hope things are going well for you, as this person says. You can do that. And that just might be, a good way to release some some pressures or to maybe inspire others. Thank you for existing. I appreciate your kindness and willingness to help. You're all wonderful. And so what you can do is you can make a request here, and then it sends a postcard and people can pick it up. So I'll just write one now and one randomly. So this week so recently I went on a These are short messages. I'm talking about going on this trip. As you know, I recently went on a work trip for the Game Developers Conference. So I've used all my 7 lines. And what I'm mainly thinking about here is just like, you know, when you're writing this stuff, you're kind of seeking a little bit of solidarity or people to kind of, agree or disagree, but usually we're kind of thinking more in the positive realms. Like, so, you know, it's interesting they frame it as, what are you worried about? Maybe someone else is too. So I always try to think about, what are you thinking about? You know, and this is something I've been thinking about lately is I just have forgotten utterly, like when I'm hanging around with people more often, how to just act, you know, like, you know, I'm usually like looking down at their screen and not directly at their face or something like that. And, you know, I saw somebody I haven't seen in a while and I'm like, oh, should we hug? I don't know. You know, it's just things like that. It just, all this sort of things come up in the pandemic world. So interesting. So let's send it off and see what you say. Are you sure you want to send this request? So they give you a little chance to think about it. You know, you're using an anonymous name or something like that. So then it's sent all over the world. And then people will send a sticker, so the mail dealer has helpfully reminded us that this is what's going to happen. Now, your inbox is where you get to see the responses. So one thing I remember I read about, it was about last year when I was teaching a class, I had asked somebody, like, should I detox from social media? And every time I'm on it, I get mad or anxious, and that was a while ago, just because I think, you know, sometimes you log in and you just see bad news. There are important things that people are talking about, but, like, every once in a while, it just seems like you're just surrounded by lots of, like, you know, things that folks are going on, and for me, it just kind of gets overwhelming. So I found it just to maybe be like a better space to kind of decompress, or to hear what people are kind of going through, you know, and maybe there's less pressure because it's less public, I guess. And so I got a number of responses, which is really cool. And people are talking about leaving, you know, social media a number of years ago, or feeling 1000% better 4 years ago. And so, you know, you get these like nice long responses quickly. It's almost like having a pen pal without, you know, continuing those responses. And the interesting thing is you can't respond back to what they're saying. So these are just one-off things that, you know, folks are saying. And two, I think what you can do is if you did not like the response, you can report it, or if you were being harassed or something like that. There are some safety measures for doing that. Yeah, so, I mean, a number of responses came in, and typically it's only like just less than a few minutes before you get there. So let's look at the third part of this. Nice, people are sending hugs out. Love it. All right, so we made the request. We checked out the nice things people were saying. We looked at the inbox. How about viewing requests? Okay, so I think people are responding in public on this one. So just keep in mind that suicide people are frequent this app as well, one in which we read the world's lives and women to find them cause to become callous and want to invalidate often means one with the truth reacting to memory one has of the person. So folks are giving each other a little praise in the back end, which is cool. Folks are talking about relationships. This one seems to be a little bit more on the inner critic, right? Most of them run to me. That means that I will be fighting myself for my entire life. I'm always so tired of fighting myself at every turn. I forgot what it feels like to be excited about the future. I'm afraid I won't have one. Yeah, I mean, so these, again, being anonymous, it's a bit reminding me of Post Secret, things that you found on the street and you responded to. I had a dog do the same thing. Right this back. Say what else? All right, let's see what this. We'll do a sticker, and I will send a coffee. Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to think about a stranger. I'll rush this right over. Yay! Very cool. Okay, let's check on the time real quick so I can get through a couple more of these. Nice. What do I want to do? Why I want to do something, but I always give up. Yeah, I mean, you think about some of those ideas too. Writing, just like it's so easy to start a project and get defeated, right? You want to give up. There's times where I just go, I don't want to work on this. I don't want to do this today. Yeah, a lot of things you could say. So this is a great space, and look at this. Like I've already received a letter here. Someone wrote me a letter, and I talked about writing and people. So let's see what they said. And the kindred spirit sent me a message. Let's see. Hi, yes, I feel the same. I've always been more of a homebody, so I was surprised at how much the lockdown affected me. I actually miss being around others. I'm still a little awkward at times, so it feels good to be out and about again. It might take time to adjust, but you and I will be pros at human interaction again in no time. Thank you, Em. What a nice thing. So, I mean, if I'm recalling, I think I sent this about 5 minutes ago, and I've already gotten a response. And the nice thing is, when I log back in, if you do it, say every few days, this will be here for you to look back at. So it's just for me at least, like ideas are always kind of cooking in my brain, whether it's thoughts about writing, or other thoughts. And so for me, just getting this out onto a digital page and sending it off to the world is immediately helpful for mental health. So if you're looking for that, do check that out. It's a super cool project. All right, so we will go to the title page and quit. Now, some of these may take a little longer to set up, but I'm going to go ahead and play through them. So this is Lost Words. It was a finalist for the Independent Games Festival at the Game Developers Conference in 2021 for excellence in narrative. So let's check this out for a couple minutes and see how it looks. And again, if they're games that you particularly like out in the writing world, or just in general, what kind of games do you like to play? Let me know. Turn this up a little bit. I was very excited about this game just because of the mechanic. Use space to start. Okay. All right. See if there's any options or things we need to kind of... you know what? We'll just jump right in. Who cares? New game. Cool. All right. Okay, this is kind of using like watercolors and things like that to tell the story. Very nice. Cool.
This book belongs to me.
Oh, okay. So you're living the journal. Okay. Cool.
Hello, journal. Is it okay if I call you that? It's a bit formal, I know, but we've only just met. Let me introduce myself.
We use the space bar to jump. Oh. It's a to journal. Okay. Neat.
I'm Isabel Barbara Cook. Most people call me Izzy, not Dad. He calls me Titch. He's such a numpty head.
Cool.
My little brother Ben calls me Isbo. I call him He Who Chews Curtains. He likes red for breakfast and blue for dinner.
Nice. See if we can make this jump. Make it. Okay, yes. So the platforms are basically the words. So you're kind of, you've got, so far it's like a narration using the journal as the motif. Need to get this thing, I think. Jump, change, up.
And then there's...
Oh, okay. That's okay. Let's see, what do we do? We click on this. Oh, we put it here. Okay, cool.
Mom, my top tea drinking buddy.
Oh, no. Okay. Maybe it's okay if you fall off the page. It's... Guardian of the Biscuit Tin.
I go get my tea and this.
One thing I need to do is be able to change the name. Let's turn that off so that we can see. Oh, I need to click around. Back. But how do we get to... There we go. Need to be able to change that so we could see it. Okay, a couple more minutes on this one. I go get my tea and this. Okay. So what we do?
Is Pinky.
Oh, okay.
I think she's jealous.
Oh,
of you,
okay.
Jenny.
All right. That's a platform. Dog, I think, or cat. In fact, actually afraid of mice. Okay. Every time I jump, I'm always like just a little nervous about doing this.
Today's my birthday. Dad made his best cake. Mum and Gran started the singing. Ben gurgled along. I blew out the candles.
Oh, you can't jump. Okay, you're blocked by that. Very cool. I blew out the candles. Can you swap this out?
And made a wish.
Wow. Okay. Very clever. Using journal as the level and then jump off the wall to get up there. No. Okay. We can't do that. Oh, maybe we do it like this. Oh, no. I blew out the candles to be taller than Dad. Okay, so move it there. 5 usability tests we could say for this project. Just give it up there. Yep. Oh, yeah. All right, we made it. Nice.
Since I was little, I've always dreamed of becoming a writer. This is where you come in, Journal.
Okay, so now we can move these around and make platforms with words. This reminds me of the cut up method that maybe I do sometimes when I'm doing research. I'll actually take passages and cut them out of something I've printed off and then rearrange them to make something new. So it's kind of like paper remix, so to say. Wonder if anyone has done something like that. I find to be right about being you. That's something you know better than anyone. Brian was saying. Yeah, it's a reminder to use the eye for that in a lot of writing. It's very about being good. Practice, practice, practice. Okay. Very nice words from Gran. My mother learned to read and write because Grandma would make her write articles from the newspaper. Copy it all down. Imitation.
Gran always says.
All right. So what else does this say? Gran always says a writer.
A
Writes.
writer writes. No one ever got anything just by wanting it.
True. Gotta get those pages down.
I guess that birthday wish was a waste then.
Garbage in the golds. All the things you think they're wasting your time with projects, they're gonna find a way somewhere.
Gran said writing is about exploring your thoughts. It helps you unlock your feelings.
Keep that there. And now I want to jump here and make it. Make it, make it. Oh, yes, we did. Okay, good. Now, where should I start?
I'd like to write something that will make Gran smile. She always talks about little acorns growing into big trees. Is that to make me feel better about my height?
Very cool. I absolutely love this game. I may have my son play that too. So cool. I've only played a couple minutes of it and I'm already hooked. And yeah, not making any commission off that either. So, but and I don't want to. But you know, that is a cool project about storytelling. And yeah, maybe I'll play that with my son sometime. That sounds, it, yeah, it's a nice feel good game too. So I'm gonna go a bit more into that. Let's check out Typewriter for a couple minutes. So it's another game. You know, these are all again like relatively like cheap games. And Steam is always having things on sale. So like, yeah, if you're interested in maybe something like that, check that out. And you can use your controller, all those sort of things. We're gonna have to do a little series of interviewing people who make cool games like this for using headphones. Okay, so I'm all set for that. Already know this development team or company are very good about making games. And all right, so what do we got here? We got a tutorial. We'll just run through that one. Use arrow keys to move. Sure. Gotta love some tutorials. Click on the banner to view. Oh, it's a history of typography. Cool. In prehistoric times, long before the invention of writing, humans left traces of their existence in the caves where they resided. The Chauvet Cave, discovered in 1994 in the southeast of France, is one of the oldest adorned caves. And continue, rotate. How do we do that? Interesting. Okay, so we can do. Oh, you can turn the page. Okay, neat. So you just have one page at a time. Spacebar key. Ah, we fell. Okay. Okay, I wanted to see what that was about. So let's see. Cuneiform writing came from Lower Mesopotamia in about 3000 BC. An earliest known system of writing. Yeah, I mean, this is super cool. It's almost like education as you go. If you want to learn about histories of writing, check this out. I'll definitely check that out in more detail. Yeah, people writing on tablets, clay tablets. Very interesting. All right, resume. Fun. Okay. Yep. Okay, so I just noticed that you can see some stuff in the background. Forms of writing. Right. So how do we get momentum? That's the next thing. Oh, make it. Okay. Stay alert. Hieroglyphs. Let's see what they have to say about this. Maybe get a couple more. This formal writing system, which is born around the same time as the cuneiform script, is used for more than 3,000 years. How about that? And even too, some people have made arguments that bits of writing like this that you would see in hieroglyphs are they also precursors for comics, and so how you can kind of especially the pictorial kind of drawings you see here. So what's cool is you've got this kind of mix of various views on writing and information sharing, right? Storytelling you see from this. All right, let's stay alert. Oh no, we gotta run. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Go really fast. Does that help us? All right, we made it. Ooh, cool. We're gonna see some more stuff about this. Chinese characters. Okay. Okay, so they're speaking about various writing tasks, not so much for communication, but rather for symbolizing memories and relationships. Pictograms are also very popular in this. So, you start to see these and like looking at those relationships with comics, visual information. Objects to avoid the traps. Okay. So this is kind of more or less a histories of writing told through a game. Wow, check this one out. Can we get past this thing? See what happens. Wall jump. Oh, neat. Okay. We did that right, did we? We got two people? Did it. I think you kind of need a Greek alphabet. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit more familiar things here. Inscriptions again on like tablets and so forth. Exclusively capital letters. Let's get one more. No, probably don't. The Explorer in me has to shut off just a little bit. This dot may be the key. Okay. Latin alphabet. Okay. Oh, we need 2. Okay. Let's see if we can figure that out. Over you. And move you back over here. Don't you love tutorials? They make you feel good. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay. You go in there. Stay. And you go here. Neat. You have finished the tutorial, and you've covered 30,000 years of writing information in just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to move on from this one. But yeah, just background for this is really, really cool. I think that, they're going to tell me the little introduction, so I should check that out. Nice. I like these side-scrolling platformers too, and creative uses. Let's see. Okay. Can you find all the characters of this chapter? Yeah, we'll try this one. Oh, characters like the words. Yes, these illuminations here. Very neat. Oh, we've fallen. Okay. A good sense of this one. And yeah, it's cool too because there's like minimalist music to it. It's teaching you a bit about typography as you're playing. So this is kind of in contrast to kind words. Typewriter is using letter forms and typography and writing to as the kind of backdrop for its story, right? And a very neat design. And Lost Words is sort of doing the same thing. You can kind of move words around and so forth. That's like the journal itself is the actual platform, and the words are so super creative uses. Now let's look at just to end things up here. Let's look at We Should Talk, which again, like Lost Words, got some nice surveys and awards and praise for its design and relevance to a lot of the ways in which we communicate now. What do I want to go for? Ultra. We'll just say medium right now. And we'll keep it windowed, I would say. Yeah. Play. Okay. All right. So okay, so give us some good warnings of let's see how it goes. Like it's about choices. These are fabricated, prefabricated things they've given you, but you're oh, that's nice. message out. That's the boy where he just had a smiley face, right? Oh no. fun stuff. All right, let's talk to someone else real quick and then we'll wrap up. Hey.
Black and white, but it's so different.
An off-Broadway show.
Now it feels so bright. You bring the color to my life. You bring the color.
Yeah, seems fair enough to say.
You bring the color to my life. You bring the color.
That's a good. That's a good deflective way to say it. We have different needs. Let's go back.
Rainbow is a smile of sky. Love is a rainbow.
And I like how the text messaging kind of style of this takes place in person and then also on the screen. Let's see if it worked, but you didn't want to leave your home, but it's like peace. All right. So yeah, that's the thing about in person is you're getting like you get hit from different sides, right? Like text message and in person, those conversations. Super interesting. Now, so as not to spoil the choices, I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But yeah, I am a huge sucker for those games, those kind of branching narratives. If you say one thing on text, what sort of happens after that? How do you reconcile that? So there are a lot of games like through the program Twine, others that really encourage writing and sort of textual makes decisions you're making with text more than anything. And I really like too that there isn't any voiceover dialogue. It's just through this kind of text message design. So very cool thing. And again, so as not to spoil these sort of things, I don't want to go into it too long. And if I had more time, I would definitely do more of this streaming. And again, that might be a cool project for next year, especially if we can do things in person and get people playing them in our department. So folks, that's all I have for now here on the stream. It's been a pleasure doing this live stream with you for the past 11 weeks or so during the winter term. And we'll be back next year in the fall with more content. So if you have any ideas for that, again, let us know. Once again, thanking the Writing Center director and staff for all the support and the university and particularly LAPS, Liberal Arts and Professional Studies, for giving us a lot of shout outs on social media for this. So other than that, enjoy the rest of your term. Good luck with your finals, and be sure to play a couple writing games as a reward, because we always need to do some selfish things for self-care purposes after these kind of intense and mostly stressful times. So again, good luck, and we'll see you next time.